world where top laners generally end up leashing, so it gives not that much additional information, right? Generally, you can extrapolate what happened in the early game, especially if you look at like Lee Sin, probably not starting Raptors unless he gets a hard leash. Kha'Zix's prone to starting the Raptors very often. So while you get a ward, it's not like these teams at the highest level wouldn't have the info otherwise.
Yeah, not too many wards being put down, but every team should know what's kind of happening here. You can see top side. Raptors start for both junglers actually. Peanut going to get some help. Fake it does need a decent amount. At least not the best at going through. Cut should fare a little better.
Yeah, he goes a lot lower just starting Raptors as Lee Sin. So if you want to go for a high HP early gank, you need to do single target camps. You have to really utilize a lot of kit.
On the bottom lane, there's some trading happening. And finishing that camp up, looks like he's going to red. Peanut will see where he wants to travel after this buff. I imagine it's the right side for him as well.
I wonder if TSM is just going to go for an early gank top. That feels like a way to break the mold here, because if you play Soup Standard, eventually Peanut's going to trace you.
Yeah, the trick with that is since they didn't have the same type of ward at Raptor, Peanut can quickly go in. So this is exactly what TSM would have wanted to avoid as far as that ward going in early. Svenskeren does have options after doing Raptor, even though it's usually red. This is a confirmation for Peanut that he can go for blue, and he's going to try and sneak this out and easily gets it.
Yeah, he gets it, but mirror is happening, which means right now the jungle is split vertically.
Yep.
But that's actually good for TSM because they're putting on top side on a pushing lane in the Rumble, so I'm actually not sure if this debate from SKT pay off dividend.
Yeah, it makes it dangerous for Huni to be up there. That's actually why Pete is fast tracking back towards that side of the map. He knows what the danger is.
So might get caught here. Let's see if Sven gets greedy. Gonna move back down towards the wall. We'll spot Peanut now. He's gonna hit.
And it's only level 2.
Hard time. So yeah, damage is there, but red buff's helping. Sven gets a bit of a heal, but now Faker to track him. Huni down first here, and that's not enough. That's first blood for Faker.
Double buffs going over to Faker as well, and this was Svenskeren Achilles heel throughout this one, is dying on an early invade.
Yeah, but just notice how fast Huni was there. Peanut, he lands the Q, holds for the maximum amount of time, but then comes, he knows all he needs to do is buy 2 or 3 more seconds for his side lanes to collapse.
Yeah, the collapse from SKT was near instantaneous because they had the pushing lane on the top side, which is also why when Svenskeren took the blue, he should have just fast-tracked it out of the jungle. The fact that he dilly-dallied around after getting blue and even allowed Peanut to land that Q is his fault, because after he kills blue, why is he going down to tech?
Maybe he just feels confident in the level advantage, but this is maybe where he analyzed the invade from Peanut early, and he knows that he's spotted, where then he knows, well, Svenskeren must be my jungle, let's double collapse him, pincer him, and punish him, and maybe with all a trap set up by SKT here. Really great punish.
Well, great movement regardless by Peanut, and they are rewarded with double buffs and first blood here. Bjergsen going to struggle a lot more in the early stages of that matchup, as we see bottom lane still trading back and forth. Not quite getting a passive proc, but CS nice and even to start it off.
That's the benefit of playing melee versus melee. It's much more likely to go even CS because it's much harder for you to kind of go for an all-in punish with these melee supports. However, they spike much harder on level 6, so that's where the magic happens.
The game support that these guys can provide. Shen has pretty good teleport / alt presence at level 6 if we're thinking of that happening, but at this point, Bjerg just has to survive this early game blue buff Orianna, because not only does he have the double buffs now, the timing is going to be, he's essentially going to go back base right after his blue expires and pick up another blue, just because of the way the double buff transfer worked.
Peanut actually sneaking in towards mid lane, might be trying something here, but Sven's also in as well, 2v2.
And it's perfectly there for counter.
Breaking out, Faker doesn't want to get stunned, but he's chasing Bjergsen back. Sven now going to get caught. Peanut
he's got no flash.
Ward. Just goes straight towards him, slow going to hit. Q's going to move in as well, pops out of the way, but Peanut still tagged him. Does get to the Q at the end, and now Sven's going to try and turn it back around in isolation, but Bjerg, he's not coming. Sven's got no help at all. That's another kill.
The patience from Peanut is just oh so beautiful.
It absolutely is right there. Peanut knows that Faker's been pushing, he needs to be there for a counter gank, and Peanut doesn't actually have high jungle proximity percentages, but he knows when he needs to be near his opponent, and he makes it count.
Yeah, that's why you need to deeper in that stat. Just because somebody's around the lanes a lot doesn't mean he's an efficient ganker. You know, just really efficient in his pathing, clearing camps in between, but then showing up at the necessary moment. And that's also speaks towards the communication from the other members. You need to be able to tell your jungle, do I need you now? Do I need you later? Just push out at me, or are you fine?
I also have to call Svenskeren for taking that specific jungle path, especially when your lane is behind. You don't need to come from that far back, because in the situation where the counter gank is there, he's just gonna die.
Yeah, but that's because you get stuck in patterns. You're so used to ganking from behind the lane like that, because if it sticks, it's such a powerful gank. The problem is he's down a flash, and then you need to adapt. If you have flash in that situation, worst case when you get counter gank, use your flash if you're out. The problem is
Exactly. He doesn't have flash, so he has to take a different route.
He's not adapting to what actually happened in the early game, and that's one of the strengths for SKT. They will always adapt. Flash down, flash up. We saw Fake yesterday get spam ganked, and the man just microed way out of it.
And that's the thing, 1,500 gold on there for SKT, and that's all just been a cascade of the early game. Peanut, intelligent pathing, moving back. The fact that he's pushing means that he can move down, and then the expected counter game, because Fake is pushing a lane that he would not be pushing if he didn't have double up. SKT, they know every situation already, and they play every little bit perfectly. Other than that, though, looks like an Infernal Drake is on the way, so 3 minutes for some more action, but CS looking good across the board here. SKT should be happy to sit on this little lead.
Yeah, they need to hang on right now. TSM's one way out is the level 6. Maybe for forced play somewhere, combine the car control effects. Doesn't matter if somebody's far ahead. If you can never get the chance to even attack you, you can still eliminate them from the map.
Yeah, exactly. They have a little bit of a lack of damage in their overall team comp, especially if Bjergsen falls behind.
There's Bang. Oh, good up there from Baker. Bjergsen forced to flash out. Bifrost actually running up as well, so matching the bottom lane coming up. But now actually a push turn here for SKT, perhaps big wave and 4 members in mid.
Yeah, and this is what SKT always does. They get a fight and then they look at an objective, whether it's chunk on a turret or maybe they go for the dragon here. They always play in function of objectives, and I almost felt like this was the old school Genesis style where you ball your ultis and you get the dragon. But it does look like they're gonna forgo that Infernal Dragon and just focus on deep vision in the bot side.
Yeah, if you can gain control again of this side of the map. Remember, Hanser doesn't have a good push in the top lane on the Shen, so getting wards enables Sweet to make more and more runs down into that side of the jungle, which also allows them to apply more and more pressure to mid lane. TSM generally a team who plays through their solo lanes, and they're even invading the other side of the jungle.
They're invading both sides. They get their cake and they eat it too. They steal away the buff. Svenskeren under so much pressure now.
And look how far back Turtle's playing. I mean, SKT just had this all lit up, and I don't think Turtle knows how safe he could have been given where he was. Instead, he backs up towards his tier 2 turret, and SKT take everything off this plate. I mean, if someone gets picked, they might even just take the dragon, but instead, they will reset the map.
Yeah, and the Wolf hitting level 6 is also something we need to watch out for, because then you can, with that deep vision, you can use the Missile Voyage to deliver Peanut behind lanes, maybe even gank Bjergsen out of his flashes down. And those map movements, where SKT is already so strong, they'll be even faster.
Yeah, you also just have to wonder how easily they can take Drake if they want to, but they're kind of slow playing it. They don't need an Infernal Drake to make anything happen. It's very advantageous with this team composition, since Rumble is also an ability power user, but they're patiently just kind of buying their time and making sure they don't overcommit.
Bang looking again in bottom lane, goes invisible, but can't quite get an ambush down. 2v2 played out, I think, just fine. Like you mentioned, Crepo, melee supports kind of promote a little less action here.
Especially when you play versus a Shen. Like, you're not going to go all in on a Braum Varus level 6 when you have Shen back up. So SKT is just taking it even because Twitch just scales so well into the late game.
And that does feel like where TSM is sitting now. Yeah, SKT built themselves a very strong lead based on other early play, but TSM, I think, leaning on the ultis and kind of waiting for the next fight to start. Whether that's around a Drake or the next invade that either team tries, we'll have to see. But right now, SKT in control. TSM, plenty of average to find themselves back in. And Baker steals about all the Raptors, but the big one.
Yeah, he just has so much control, and it's aided by the extra ward they have. Here's that bot lane all no.
Oh, Wolf dies. He can't pop the Grey Health in the air. And now maybe a skin stun is coming. Bang, gonna get stunned up here as well. Invis for a little while longer. Bifrost tracking him. Turtle wants it all. He's gonna try and go for it, but not enough to tank the turret.
And Peanut's coming. They have to be careful. What a fantastic all-in by TSM. They play around the Grey Health. He does not even get a chance to pop it, I believe. Pre-6 as well here. Yeah. TSM fighting back.
It looked like with the stun, either Wolf didn't press or didn't have time to press it, but TSM was boldened by the fact that Hunter does have Stand United during this, so SKT actually get a little bit over-aggressive. They exhaust Wild till early on, but they don't get the damage through the Braum. Then the rest of it, it's actually a smart there for TSM to focus the support early because of the burst, when often kind of told to only hit the AD in these situations.
Yeah, especially because he brings Devour to the party. That is the hard thing about laning against a Tom Kenji. Do I hit AD carry? Now I hit Devours. Do I hit the support? Well, he has to take skin. Like, what do I do? But if you have this much crowd control, you can just one-shot him, and then the shield just blocks off any repercussions from Twitch. So that is really well played here by TSM bot lane.
Mention their ultimates. Other things that can help them out. TSM's duo do come up with a kill for themselves. As you can see, Bladed Rune King now up for Bang, despite the loss in the lane.
The problem is it's never tied to a push into turret or a rotation to an objective, because SKT, they put you under so much pressure that even when you fight a way out for just a little bit of breathing room, you can't capitalize on any big objectives.
Yeah, and here's the thing as well. Bang did the longsword potion start and has skipped boots, so he has the Blade of the Ruined King power spec. Even though Wild Turtles kill up and has 2 or more gold, he still hasn't completed his Blade of the Ruined King because he did the Dorian as well as boot starts. So TSM actually not having the power spec despite having the kill as they go for this Drake.
We're proactive about it. Instant Drake, under 40% health, but all kind of in the area. Everyone collapsing it for SKT. TSM get the Drake, but can't get out alive. Gonna have to leave together, bang for a flank. Also, Ultimate's ready there for Orbit. Actually, a pretty clean take there.
Yeah, pretty huge that they're able to get that without SKT collapsing. Looks like they timed it a little bit with Wolf coming back to lane. Now is a question of how much pressure can SKT get back, because TSM invested all the time with the Drake, moved back, they do not have the vision control, and they're slow kind of back to lane, so now there's a lot of pressure they've given up that they need to recover from.
It's always in a cadence. You push out, they have to defend, you take the objective, but meanwhile they push back. Now you're on a defense, and they may be able to get something, whether it's deep vision, a roam, diving to fog of war.
Yeah, and we're also getting pretty late into the game without seeing a teleport play or a stand united. Me and Hanser have just been kind of trading blows up here. Hanser doing a good job to keep himself healthy enough that he doesn't have to fall back, but look at that turret slowly getting chipped away. If anyone roams up there or anything goes wrong, that first turret to SKT.
And that's why Rumble's a good pick into Shen, because it's kind of a death by 1,000 cuts. You always push him in, and you tell him you can help your bottom lane, but if you do, you lose your turret. So at worst, you have an even fate right there, and snowballing the side lane matchup even.
Uh-oh. Turtle can't see the Twitch. You can see him though. Tom Ken coming in as well. Turtle, but the ultimate is does no flash, but Bio gonna try and save him once again. Ulti's getting used. Wolf flashes into it, and that might be them getting a one Baker. Not there in time dive. And now top lane, Espan looping on a Huni. The great flash gets him out over the wall. Gonna have to move around the equalizer though. Once again, still moving. But Peanut's here already. Back there from Peanut. Gonna try to take down Horsa. Big one more auto. Finds it. And Espan caught out 1v2. Cannot win this. Peanut grabs a double kill.
Oh, Uni Houdini with a perfect flash. He disappears, and then Pina comes in and he saves the day. This is just outclassed by SKT.
Pina is always in the right spot, and the 1,000th cut might come through in the bottom lane right here, because every single one of TSM's outer tier turrets is about to fall.
Well, there's the turret going down. That's one there for SKT, getting first turret gold. Maybe make it 2 here in mid with Fake, and the cannon creep is going to go down here. Bjergsen kind of pushing the top side, so they're only going to lose 2, but that's a big swinging gold.
And just like that, we're 5,000 gold behind here so early in the game. It looks like Moose caught out, and Svenskrin goes for the flash lead, knowing when the enemy's flash is still up here, because he wants to secure the hit as fast as he can. But this is fantastic flash match.
Yeah, another over-eager play by Svenskrin for sure. Uni doing a great escape, and Peanut always in the right place. But this is one of the problems that people saw for TSM coming into this tournament. They were a solo lane.
Well,
Turtle
huge shockwave, and that Turtle gonna take damage from Bang. Stand United could keep him alive. Great situational awareness for SKT, and don't quite get a kill.
Being able to sneak in there because they have the control wars, just another smart play by SKT, never letting you breathe. But they lost total control of their jungle. And the main problem is for TSM is a solo lane team with an underperforming jungler who is getting completely exposed by SKT right now. There is very little it feels like the rest of TSM can do, because they have no control where they need it.
Yeah, they found all their successes from strong laning in mid, strong laning in top, and then having they might move to their respective lanes. You know, Hanser to mid, Bjergsen maybe with Svenskrin and over a roam in the top lane, while their bot lane would play pushing lanes and survive. But that style works domestically. But here they're even in the individual phase, they're getting outplayed here. That flash from me showed that TSM did not go for the 100% play, because there is a world where if you use your flash and dash correctly on Kha'Zix, there is no escape possible for Rumble.
And it's not without trying as well. Bjergsen has been trying to get roaming towards the top lane as well. Got spotted before. So also trying to get out of this one. Needs to get stunned, but I don't think he's getting so lucky. Oh, he gets out. Barely escapes the CC.
He's able to escape, but TSM doesn't gain anything for it. That's one of the things about the way SKT kind of makes these plays. They have such an advantage in map pressure. They have the freedom to go for those plays.
Yeah, but we also see while TSM is very much locked in this kind of 4-1, neither Syndra or Varus really want to play on the side lanes. The Tahm Kench offers a lot of relief in that sense for SKT. Twitch, yeah, he wants to be mid assassinating lanes too, but having a Tahm Kench that show up in side lanes to surprise and then put the lane pressure definitely helps more in that regard. And SKT, they will always have access to both their side lanes, because that's how they win. They unlock objectives by constantly moving and pushing lanes.
Wolf gonna chase Sven, but Sven's gonna leap out of the way. Bjergsen now under fire. Faker and Peanut gonna team up for this one. Ulti knock, he's gonna get him. Oh my goodness, that was max range. Bjergsen forced the flash. Oh, from Hooney. Oh, now Bjergsen. Maybe wishing he goes to it. Wolf's going to shut him down, and Hooney grabs the kill.
And that's the thing. Even though they don't have reliable initiation, they have just enough initiation, and they know how to use it, and they'll always find the angle right there. Bjergsen burned both summoners in retreat, still fell. Another great play by SKT.
Yeah, there's a world where he flashes Faker's shockwave and he just lives and gets unscathed because then there's not enough follow-up damage. The problem is it will look so close. But at what point do you not just blindly respect Faker? You know, if this guy is trying to shockwave me, it's gonna hit.
I thought it was going to miss, and I was very, very wrong. Hooney now going to try and take this turret as well, and he's going to grab it. 3 turrets to 0 now. 5-1 up in kills for SKT. 6,000 gold and counting as they take a Rift turret. Watch as they get just on the edge.
That is one that I didn't expect that one to hit, but when it does pull him back.
If it wasn't Faker, I would say never flash.
Yeah.
The only time I would consider flashing is like, this guy. Nah, I think he knows how to play mid lane. I'm gonna go for the same flash.
Spells have more range and do more damage.
When you're Korean.
It's SKT Faker.
I mean, it's his most played champion of all time, so certainly knows the ins and outs. Is still by across, trying to get something happening here in the bottom side. Bango able to clear that out nice and efficiently with an Infernal up in 7 seconds. SKT looking for another tussle.
Yeah, because it feels like every time I look at the minimap, somebody from TSM is in base. They're only playing the map with now somebody else is getting a chunk out. So Turtle, even if he lives here, he has to base again.
Ooh, good start actually on the Hooney. Catch out of the TP stance from that onto Bjergsen. Going to try and shut it down. Ulti hits from Bios on the very end of the play. And there's the ult out. Once takes down Hooney. Got a lot committed there. Now Peanut going to chase down Turtle. Kick at the ready. Peanut's going to buy his time. Doesn't even kick him. Just slows him down and kicks him straight in the midsection.
Just enough for the kill. So TSM is able to pick up a kill, but they still lose the overall as the Infernal Drake goes over.
Yeah, they're going to go back to the side, get some top push here. Haunter needs to push that out. It's too little at this point. See SKT this far ahead, so what we can do now is just follow their map assignment and see how do you close efficiently. Because we've seen so many teams with large leads this not push it to the extreme. And they're playing against the team in TSM that, while drops of games, is still very dominant domestically year to year to year. And the fact that SKT just make them look like this, they're playing against lesser opponents, it's always so impressive.
Ooh, actually another flash shot with the leads as well. I will never not believe Bjergsen.
I saw it in face. There was a little moment of doubt. It's like, nah, this time's gonna miss. Nope, every single time.
Oh man, that one doesn't net the kill.
That one was
that was ambitious.
Yeah.
Moving a point.
Yes, I think that's what it is. I think message definitely received there by Bjergsen as Ben moves up towards his top side. Has Haunter just in front of him, maybe looking to take down Hooney once more and extend that into a push into a lane as well.
Desperately trying to get back in the game. There's 7,000 gold down for 20 minutes. Good chance.
There's the taunt. Hooney's got no flash, but he does have the ultimate. Hooney going to try and wiggle his way out of this one, but Sven getting it down. Never mind, that's an easy 1v2. Haunter might not even get this. That's the day of the He's going to flash forward to get it, but a trade there. That's just ridiculous.
But hey, there's more. This is what always happens when you get one kill on SKT. They chuck you, send the cavalry.
Everyone's missing from the map right now for SKT. And it's safe. But you never know.
Yeah.
That's the fear.
That's the whole logic around counting dots on the minimap. Sometimes you don't even, like, could they be here? Could I have predicted? No, if they're all missing, you just walk away until you figure it out.
Well, we'll see this one again. Hooney, I mean, just too much damage here for the other level to Scarin.
Yeah, gets the equalizer down Spence Scarin. Has to walk straight away, but
Could get flash all of it. That's maybe the only play. If he flashes outside of it and then kills Hooney who has a flash, he lives.
Yeah.
Set the summoner spell, I guess. He'll go down in the 1v1. Haunter now bottom side, going to try and get pressure translated back that way. SKT playing so well in all the lanes. You can see again, such dynamic movement around their lane assignments. Bang was sitting bot, taking time consistently. Now he's because Haunter can go back down bottom and match the Shen.
Yeah, and at this stage of the game, it is all about just closing as efficiently as possible for SKT. A lot of teams, as Krepo was mentioning, do struggle with large leads, especially when their composition doesn't have that super reliable initiation and open line tank.
That's not a pin it all in for the hill, but not going to get it. Turtle going to lock him up, and that mistake. Turtle going to grab some shutdown gold.
Hooney's on the other side of the map without teleport, so definitely overambitious from Peanut right there.
Yeah, they forgot they were playing against the Shen here. Despite seeing nerfs, Stan United is still good enough to locate or relocate it to another side of the map here. They do trade one guy for now pressure in the bottom lane, so if they can keep the lanes pushed somehow in 5v4 map scenario, they can capitalize again, but at least they slowed down.
Well, TSM at least they're getting picks in there, but it's not converting to anything more. Faker again with another big shockwave trying to look when Peanut just thinks he can do it.
Yeah, about 700 health on that Shen ultimate. It is more effective when you ult a low health target now.
But it caps out at 40%, so there's no difference between 40, 30, or 20, and luckily, a single QW from Faker puts Sven's at 40% anyways.
Perfect. Max health Shen is just about efficiency.
Yeah, it's all about efficiency. Sven knew.
Yeah, he can't get to that one for sure. As Huni now back down his bottom side. Teleport almost back up, so that play might look a little easier for Peanut. If he doesn't want to go back in, Turtle on the top side. Very unsafe place to farm, but he does need the gold. And there's Tom Catch. This is why Peanut now in for him. He's got the ultimate ready, but I don't think he needs it one time. Kicks him just for good measure, and there's another kill for Peanut.
And this is not a little mistake. If you want to play this style with parts of the silent, you got to play 1-1-3. You got your support and your jungle shadowing your AD carry if you want to get silent pressure. So this is a team shot calling mistake, I feel, from TSM. Obviously, impossible in this situation, but so often you see an AD carry die on a sideline, it's like, oh, you're overextending. Nah, not with this comp. Then you need help.
It really depends on how they expect the A to get farm, if they want any chance to get back into the game. The situation, though, it's one of those things. In which way would you like to lose? Would you like to lose trying to get farm, or would you like to lose by never going for the farm? And neither option is good.
The 2 items for Turtle looking okay. Bang, I think, is pretty close to his second, and probably another half on top of that. In general, TSM pretty far behind on itemization, but they do at least have first major items completed. And Peanut caught again here. One more order for stun. There's the order for Fire. It's going to combo it straight in. Have enough damage, maybe no, not quite. Peanut hacked again, but Bang in reserve. And that was an easy looking ward off.
Yeah, they were not covering the escape paths necessarily after they got that one romp stun. Not the most foresight in a lot of TSM plays this game.
They're trying, but at this point, damage has been done here. SKT rotating mid lane. Uni now has the push in the bottom lane. Faker with the bow.
Good ulti gets well Turtle down low. Sven Scaring going to get United on his Peanut, trying to chase him down. Turret, the Haunter has to move out of the way, and I think SKT will just stay for the siege.
Yeah, I mean, they just won a 45 in the mid lane, so Huni hasn't had to leave his bottom lane at all. Ultimate down, so they can press the Shen.
Yeah, win a 4v5 without even committing. They never send in their members, so they're just burnt cooldown to cooldown after cooldown. So eventually, TSM know that they can't face Asher anymore, and that's when pivot.
Yeah, not to mention they still have the insurance of Bang's Twitch. Hasn't really been a factor this whole game, but he's still continuing to farm up and will be getting his crit items pretty shortly. So doesn't get any better for TSM.
Oh, Bjergsen now in trouble, forced to flash out of the way. Good ulti cast combo there from Huni and Bang. Now Bifrost, the front line's getting burnt down by Huni. Peter carries it all the way in, kicks Sven Scaring for the execute, and that's the team move forward. Huni, flash flames bitter in to take down Bifrost. Turtle gonna be the next target. Neither dodges the harpoon, gets nailed by one. Bang chase, it flashes under the turret to try and get the dive down. He's gonna be able to take it. Huni grabs the double, a kill on the other side. Haunter, but SKT piling on top of TSM. Haunter dashes out of the way, but SKT still want more. That's the shockwave back. Low shutdown by Peanut. And there's just not enough they can do here. Great zone is Huni to avoid the damage. Bjergsen gonna try for one kill, but not even gonna get that.
Yeah, this is getting a little bit absurd with SKT right now. Just funneling everyone into the base and suffering very few consequences right there.
Yeah, that was like a conga line of pure destruction and outplay. We were talking about, like, we haven't really seen Bang here so far. He goes in, gets 2 kills, flashes the 3rd skill shot, lands all the pressure, and suddenly it's him getting space for the rest of the team. While it's usually SKT playing so forward that Bang can go uninhibited and get the highest damage output. He's constantly crushing records.
Yeah, Bang probably felt left out. Yeah. He was 0-0-1. They've been winning. They're up 2,000 gold. He's like, guys, come on, let me do something, please. So
yeah, and when you listen to clips from SKT in the LCK, sometimes they're not talking about how do we win. They're discussing like MVP. Like they all want to get that MVP award because winning is just so natural to them already.
Yeah. Not the greatest jump over the wall right there, but Peanut finishes up. And then watch Bang right here. He has flash and heal up. Turtle has flash as well. Haunter's right there, but he flashes forward away from the taunts. That wasn't just a pure aggression flash forward. That was, in a sense, a bit of an efficiency flash forward because he was able to dodge out of the taunt. Still died, though, because he was flying ahead of the rest of his team.
Yeah, in the team play manner, that was the perfect play to make because the team gets more advantages than the cost is the life of just your AD carry, but very rarely is that the case. That's why generally people tell your AD carry not flash forward.
Well, TSM maybe looking to have one last stand here around the barn. You can see the sheer amount of damage that Huni in particular was able to dish out on that long extended base turret dive. Don't see that one too often, but that's what happens when a team's 10,000 gold plus and very, very good. SK Telecom showing off all manners here at MSI.
Yeah, if the game was a little bit closer, we could see a banner of command on Bifrost and send that down the lane with Haunter. And with the powers combined, they could actually outpush Huni. Sadly, that's not the case right now. Just that gargantuan lead here by SKT.
In general, Horn getting chunked out by almost everyone, and SKT just going to start a pretty straightforward Baron. Teleports, TSM can try and fight for this if they want to. Baron is burning low already. Sven might have to try for a steal.
Yeah, that's about all they have. He's already popped ultimate to try and go visible. Here we try.
Yeah, look for it, but they stop damage pretty quickly. No, it gets loaded. Baker secures it. It's going to go down to Peanut. SKT can get it all here. Hooney straight to the wall. Tugs go down. Actually playing a little too aggressive with his teleport, but Peanut chasing in. Let's go on Bjergsen. Get a shut down for the double kill. Peanut does get ulted on the other, but it's just so much down. Bang. Slays the client. SKT can work on the last remaining member, and Horn's dead. And there's the ace for SK Telecom.
Yeah, fighting a risky 50-50 is all TSM could do. It was actually quite close. Could have made it worked out, but in the end, SKT, after taking the Nashor, they just clean up the team fight.
Yeah, as far as the Baron itself, that was not a good Baron secure play, but SKT was so far ahead. They were going to take the kills and the fights afterwards because they had wards behind TSM. So if they move up for the steal, you had planned to teleport in after to get the fight.
Not much of a 50-50 when the enemy jungle is 3 levels ahead of you, and your whole team is 12,000 gold ahead. Inhibitor going to be falling everywhere. TSM in time to maybe see the base crumble.
But it was Baker picking up the Nashor, so the levels didn't matter yet unless they coordinated their burst here. But this was the one shot for TSM to get back, so they had to take it. Even if they get whitewashed here, if you give SKT a Baron at this point, it is over because it was already over.
Yeah, I mean, you actually rarely even see 18,000 gold leads in games. That's what we're at right now. You watch Sven Skaren, it's about 800 where the Baron tries to get down. Watching it very closely. Smites early at about 1100. Peter actually never smoked. Faker just bursted a little bit after Sven started at 1100.
The T call was from SKT, keep it at like 2.5k and then contest, deny vision long enough to force Sven to jump and then kill him. This is actually what you can do in these seemingly 50-50 situations because his PS completely stopped. The problem is Bjergsen committed with QE and Bropty was coming in. It would have actually put it in Smite's range. Just not fast enough.
Well, a good attempt at Red Buff Twitch. Yeah, that's an easy kill. Bang picks up a third for himself, finally getting himself a few kills in the column. But SKT playing with their feet a little bit here, just gonna walk the super minions in.
And that's what's most likely to happen. You could do the full 3 inhibitor take, but
why not?
They most likely don't need to with Baron on 4 members. Peanut is walking in the minion wave, but SKT.
Bjergsen flashes in, trying to make that happen. Bang, gonna get it in. Sven, look for the exit! Oh my god, he disappears and Bjergsen goes down as well. SKT now gonna flash it, but Bifrost chase back to the fountain. Faker all the way in, look for the shockwave, grabs it, taking the fountain laser. SK Telecom undefeated once again with so much tile.
And even though this game says it was over at 28 minutes and 58 seconds,